Hi, my name is Hazel and I'm going to talk about the central tendency of group data, specifically on how to get the mean and mode of group data. Then let's get started.
So first, I'm going to explain what group data is, and mean and mode in the next sequence. A group data is the data or scores that are arranged in a frequency distribution.
They are different from ungrouped data because ungrouped data aren't sorted into categories, classified, or otherwise grouped. They are just basically a list of numbers, but at least we can estimate the mean, median, and mode in a group data as they have a frequency table and other set of data.
The mean is the most commonly used measure of central position to describe a set of data where the measures cluster or concentrate at a point. So the formula is like this, where xm is the class mark, f for the frequency, and n for the sum of frequency. Here's the example. Calculate the mean of the mid-year scores of students in mathematics. This table shows the mid-year scores of students in mathematics. The first thing you have to do is finding the midpoint or class mark of each class or category. Add the lowest point and the highest point of each class and divide it by 2. So for example, in this class, add 16 and 20, then divide it by 2. Then 18 will be the class mark. Then the table will look like this. Then multiply the frequency and the corresponding class mark. Then again, the table will look like this. Third, find the sum of the frequency and the sum of the results in step 2. So in step 2, as you multiply the frequency and the class mark, you have to add all of these. And also, you have to add all the frequency. So we mark the sum of the frequency as n, which is 40, and where the sum of the fxm is 1200. Fourth, solve the mean using the formula. Remember this formula, you just have to substitute these letters into numbers. So n for 40 and fxm for 1200. Then the answer will be 30. Therefore, the mean of mid-year test is 30. Next, what is a mode? Mode is defined as a score with the highest frequency, the most frequent score. In group data, it is the midpoint of the class interval with the highest frequency. This is the formula on estimating a mode. LBMO is the lowest boundary of class mode. Triangle 1 is the difference between the frequency of class mode and the frequency of the class after the class mode. Triangle 2 is the difference between the frequency of class mode and the frequency of the class before the class mode. Lastly, I is the class width. Here's the example. The table below gives the number of shopping malls in 50 cities. Find the mode of this data. First, find the lowest boundary of class mode. To do this, find a class where there is a highest frequency and just subtract 0.5 from the lowest boundary of the class. Then you will get 8.5. Second, compute for triangle 1 and 2. So for triangle 1, you have to get the difference of the frequency and frequency after the class mode. So you have to subtract 14 and 12 so that you get 2. And for the triangle 2, you have to get the difference between the frequency and the frequency before the class mode. So you get 4. Third, get the width of the class. So the class mode, where's the highest frequency? As you count the number, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There are 4 numbers. So the width will be 4. And Lastly, as you substitute data to the formula, you can solve it. Therefore, the mode of the number of shopping malls in 50 cities is 9.82. Thank you for watching my video on solving mean and mode of group data.